Is it that surprising to believe that though? Is it that surprising? Not everyone is out to get you. It's not. They're not. Life, the world, God, people. We're going to emphasize on people today, but not everything it sent your way is to destroy you. Everything from the devil sent your way. Probably. That's probably blasphemy. Yeah, definitely. Sorry. Um, but now when it comes to people, it's not true. And some people who don't be they see me saying this. They'll peep. I came a long way because I used to be one of those people. I'm not gonna hold you. Like not to the extent like every single person that was in my life or anybody new that came into my life. This is the kind of mentality I had, but I definitely have my guard up, and I feel like the closer I get with you, sometimes like the more the guard I have kind of exposes itself because it be it be uncharted territory a little bit, like fully trusting another individual or fully accepting the fact that this person really has no ill intentions towards me. It depending on what you've been through, that is a hard thing to accept. But it's true though. It's true. I don't want you to live a life where you think that's not true at all. Because it definitely is true. Not everybody is here to be evil monster. Not everybody's here to betray you. And one thing that is true about people, there's some people you might run into initially. It didn't start off like that. But as time went on, that's what ends up happening. Which is like a scary thing. But as I preach time and time again, dealing with people is a risk. There's a reward and there's a gain and there's a loss. You don't know which one you get until time reveals itself. You know what I mean? But no, I really wanted to say this because just yesterday, so my car got stuck in the snow twice. Not once, twice. Like Belinko, that's the name of my V. Belinko got stuck. He wasn't going nowhere. I mean, I got it, started kicking the snow and stuff, but it wasn't even like so bad to the point where I needed to call somebody or I was like trying to shovel the snow for hours or anything because the first time this happened, I was trying to pick up an order and but this place was so low key. Like I don't know. You know when you see a store, the sign kind of pops up, it's either lit up or it's just big like this. The sign was like on the door, so the top part didn't really have anything. I couldn't find it. And oh my goodness, not to even go more on topic, when I walked into the restaurant, the storefront, it didn't even give restaurant. I walked in, it was just like it was groups of men and like I didn't see how many females, but it was like one woman in there, and I just walked in there like, okay, who am I supposed to talk to? Because you know when you walk into like a McDonald's or Popeyes or even a restaurant like Cheesecake Factory, you know, there's at least a host or at least a person behind the cashier. Like it was just like a whole bunch of people standing around. I was like, what's going on? Until the lady was like, hello? I was like, oh, okay, she probably work here. Like, I couldn't even, yeah, there was no uniform. Like, anyways, before I even walked in there, my car got stuck trying to look for this shady place. And there was this group of people. It was three of them, two guys, one girl. My Latinos helped me out. My car got stuck. I didn't even ask them for help. I was just gonna figure it out some way. I definitely wasn't gonna call my dad because that's the one thing like he wasn't jacking about like leaving the house. Like, you know, you guys leave the. He was like, you guys leave the house and y'all get stuck. Like, who y'all gonna call? Me, right? So it's just like, and I get where he's coming from because like if we get into something, then it's like then it's his problem now. But nah, the dude just came first. It was one of the guys. He just came like, necesita ayudar. You like, do you need help? And I was like, yeah. Like talking back to him in Spanish, like, yeah, I need help. Thank you so much. He was like, okay, cool. Then he brought the other guy in. And I was asking him like, where's the restaurant? But I don't think he's heard me say Angel's restaurant. So he was like, oh, because it was like four other restaurants. Like he was like, oh, like the end of is it ahí? He's like, the store's right there. I'm like, wait, no, there's four. I see like there's like three restaurants that I clearly see. Okay, that's a restaurant, but none of them are saying Angel's. So I was confused. But anyway, fast forward, like they just helped me. And then the girl came in and she started helping me like getting rid of the snow and everything on the front tires, and they helped push the car and everything, and just out of the pure kindness of their heart. I didn't even ask. I didn't even ask. I couldn't. I don't want to say I couldn't believe it, but I wish I didn't even know what to do in that moment other than to say thank you. Like I didn't have like physical cash on me, so I couldn't like just give them money. And even if I did, like should I have? I don't even know, because it was just so nice and out of the blue. I didn't even know what to do. I just felt like thank you wasn't even enough. You know what I mean? But yeah, out of the pure they don't know me for anywhere. They don't know what I was doing there. They don't know what I'm about. They don't. There's no connection towards me. They just saw another human being in need of help, and they just helped me. I don't know when's the last time I had an experience like that, because the people they'll help you because they know you, and I'm the same way. Like if I love somebody, like a family member or a friend, since I know them, I have a connection with them, we have a bond, I'm going to help them. But just helping somebody, I mean, I've helped, like, for example, I give money to people on the street time to time. Or, like, I bought, like, snacks for somebody who was, like, homeless. So, I'm not saying I've never done nothing like that. But to be on the receiving end of it, I was purely amazed. And guess what, guys? This didn't happen once. It happened twice. Because I told you my car got stuck twice. The second time, it was two dudes. They were, like, in a truck, but not a regular truck, like 18-wheeler, 6-wheeler type truck, you know what I mean? They got out their truck and they immediately started pushing my car because it got stuck. Because I don't know what's up with Maryland, but some of the roads, it's supposed to be a two-way, one side of cars is going down, the other side is going up. But no, since nobody, the city, I don't know who's even supposed to clean the roads. It's one thing if it's your driveway or your street, but the roads, they made it one way. So it's just like you gotta wait for one car, and then you can pass, or like they gotta wait for you. So everything just became one way. Nothing's two-way no more until the snow melts, and more is to come. But yeah, they immediately got out their car and just push. And you can imagine how cold it was. And they had to, like I said, I mean, granted, if I had to figure it out, nobody was gonna get nowhere. You know what I mean? So I could say that, but still, they just helped me. They could have sat in their car like, we're gonna let her figure it out or whatever. But nah, they just got out and immediately helped me. I could, like, not once or twice in the same day. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, that happened again? I mean, obviously, I need to stay my ass inside. Because that happened twice? What is wrong with me? But nah. It's crazy. But yes, it's out there. It's possible. People have pure intentions. People don't want to hurt you. People don't operate like that. There's people out here who don't move like that, for real. And the biggest indicator of that is if you know you yourself don't move like that, you gotta know there's other people who don't move like that as well. I felt that way about, so I think I'm Generation Z. A lot of people say my generation is cooked, but I think that's like an ongoing thing. Like the last generation, be saying that about the next one. But it be my own generation saying that. But honestly, I don't feel like this generation is cooked as the sense like everybody's cooked, because I know I'm a part of this generation and I know I have a good head on my shoulders. I know I'm going places. I know I got good values. You know what I mean? So I don't feel, since I know I'm a part of this generation and that's what I'm about, I know there's other people who are on the same type of time. We can't group people. That's one thing I want to tell you. We overgeneralize people. And we end up doing that out of protection. So I'm going to give you that. Like I said, I'm not even trying to come at you because I was you. If you the type to think like everybody's out to get you or nobody's for real, like everybody's fake type. To like I said, to an extent, I was definitely at that point. Yes, there were some people I didn't really think were on that type of time, but yeah, with a lot of people, it's just like, I don't know. But now I'm kind of moving at a point. That's a scary thing with people sometimes. That's how I said I understand. I understand because somebody can be showing you no signs or you think there's no signs. And behind the scenes, man, they not jacking. Like, they really fake. They not who they say they are. So it can be scary. But people, there's a mix of people in this world. There's good and bad. There's God and then there's the devil. There's a mix. But we can't have everybody in the same category because I wouldn't even walk around thinking everybody's good. I feel like that's a little bit dangerous to have that kind of, that's how kids think. You know how kids, like, they're so innocent, they don't really think like, oh, this person probably wants to kidnap me. Like, you have to teach them that. Oh, this person probably wants to do something bad. Like, kids don't really naturally, like, you have to teach them that. So that I wouldn't recommend. Just overgeneralizing in general is dangerous on both ends. Like thinking everybody's good and thinking everybody's bad. Because they're both irrational. That's what we call cognitive distortion. I used to struggle with a lot of these. There's a list. There's like black and white thinking. There's a list. I can't even remember all of them right now. But you can search them up. Cognitive distortions. Overgeneralizing people is a cognitive distortion because it's an irrational way of thinking, grouping everybody in the same box. And by the way, that's how things like racism, sexism, ageism, that's how all of that stuff starts. Oh, like a couple of people did this, they all must be like that. Oh, 3 girls that I had a relationship with, they all did me dirty. All women are bad. Like, all girls are this. That's my shit though. I love that song. But nah, that's how stuff like that starts. And we can see, in real time, we see the harms and the dangers of thinking in that way. And also, you thinking that way, you're kind of living out of fear. That's something, there's so many examples of how somebody could live out of fear. And this is one of them. Because you operating and moving in a way like everybody's out to get me, like nobody's real. I have to keep my guard up 100% of the time. Look, you can have your guard up, but not to the point like this, just like this thick wall, like the wall of China is up. Like you're not letting anybody in, you know? Because there's some people you can be cool with, you know, they're not on that type of time. But you living out of fear. You living in doubt. Because you living in that way, thinking everybody's out to get you, you're doubting that there's good people. It's like you're losing your hope for humanity. And I don't want you to move like that. But I don't know what you've been through. You don't know what I've been through. So we move based on our experience. I know that's how I be moving. And I can admit this. After like exiling certain people out of my life, I've been able to move cleaner. Not cleaner, but I can move in a way where like I'm not as doubtful anymore. Because that's true too. If you actively do have people in your life that are on this type of time, there's some people you might question just out of the fact that you're trying to protect yourself. But no, then there's some people that they have done stuff to you and they're still in your life. And I can admit, like, after I got rid of some of those people, I feel more freer. I don't feel like I need to put my guard up with everybody. Because the right people had left, you know? But whatever, that's what works for me. Whatever works for you, works for you. But no, I don't want you to be pessimistic. Be optimistic. Like I said, I'm not saying the messages video to start, and I already made it clear, don't think everybody's good. You know, that's how kids think. We're grown. We know better. But I don't want you to also think everybody's bad. It's a mix. The world is a melting pot. Sometimes You run into bad people, sometimes you run into good ones. And even good and bad can be a little bit subjective. So whatever you think is good or bad. I'm going to just say that too. I feel like good and bad, there's no one size fits all model for it. Unless you're going by the book. And when I say the book, the Bible. But we're all sinners. We all fall short. So there's always something. There's always a flaw in us, right? However, anyways, y'all know what I mean. When I say bad, I mean like people who have like ill intentions, people who want to harm you, people who betray you. Like, that's what I mean by that. So, yeah. Thank you for tapping in. Check out my Patreon. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, am I overdoing it? Am I onto something? Like, let me know something. Bye.